welcome back. We have the lovely Kathy Akers in the house from Fathom Realty with your real estate connection.
Good morning.
Good morning. Always glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You know, you always have the most interesting topics, so I'm always anxious. I never know. I never ask Kathy in advance what she's going to talk about. So when she gets here, I'm always so amazed that she can keep on coming up with these interesting topics. But today, tell us what you're going to talk about.
We're going to talk about storage solutions, especially for kids, like as this says, cradle to college.
Yes.
And so trying to find unique solutions for storage for your kids at their different ages is always a hassle.
Yes.
And some of this stuff is great ideas for us as adults because there's some things that we can do that help, you know, that will help us as well. You know, these things can be interchangeable. So,
that's great.
So let's start with the cradle age.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
start there and go up.
Let's start there and go up. An ordinary crib, you know, you can get 2 to 3 years unless you have one like I did that realized at about 9 months she could shimmy over the top of the crib. Okay. So
a little climber.
A little climber. So, you know, think about how you're going to use that. Some of the new cribs now are great for being changed out. You can transform them to toddler beds.
Yes.
Or the side of the crib becomes a headboard.
Absolutely.
Or even a day bed. So think about that. Or think about one that has storage drawers, you know,
yes.
with it. You know, that's great for those things. Especially as they get a little older, they can reach those little storage drawers under the bed. If they don't have storage under the bed, you can always create them. Have you been to any of the stores like Target, Walmart, and that, and all of those baskets and colorful bins and things like that?
Yes, they make everything so pretty now.
That's right.
And storage items.
You can find something that goes with your color scheme for the child's room.
Absolutely, you can.
So think about that. How about their closet? You know, a baby and a toddler has unique needs. Our standard closets don't really fit with them. So how about this, you know, I've heard suggested and I've seen taking the closet doors off. Don't get rid of them. Put them away in storage because you're going to need to put them back.
Want them back.
That's right. But take them off, you know, maybe do a nice little draped curtain kind of thing.
Yeah.
Think about things that are easily accessible. You know, some of those simple wire rack bins, things like that. You can get them at home improvement stores anywhere from $90 to $350, depending on your, you know, what you want to do. I used them quite a bit with my kids. We had one set for like books and, you know, coloring books and stuff, paper dolls.
Yes,
all
paper
of
dolls.
Those kinds of things, any little toys like that. And then I had one for them to sort their laundry in.
Oh.
And that, you know, so one color and one, you know, lights, colors, darks, you know, that kind of thing. And helping teach them as they got a little bit older, of course, how to sort their laundry. But you can use them in so many ways with babies for like toiletries, diapers, those kinds of things.
Well, let me ask you this, Kathy. You've shown many, many, many houses. Isn't one of the first or high on the list things that people look for are closets? I mean, where are the closets?
That's
because I've got stuff.
Well, and people want to know what kind of storage your house has.
Sure.
You know, that's one of the kitchens, bathrooms, and storage. Those are the main things. And, you know, some of our older homes just don't have the space. One of the things that we did, because our kids were avid readers, and we had some bookcases that we put in the sides of the closet. You know, you still had the rod across the top, but in the sides we had some bookcases put in there.
Right.
The books, toys, those kinds of things folded up clothes. Using a bookcase is easy for that kind of stuff
Yes.
too.
Bookcases are
if they
great.
can't open a drawer yet, something that they can help. Because at
Yes.
2 and 3, they start to want to help, and so.
That's right.
But remember too that we need things at their eye level.
Absolutely.
we don't want them
That's right.
climbing.
You don't want them climbing to get it.
Climbing to get it. So think about some storage that's lower.
Right.
Bookcases,
That's a great idea.
that kind of thing. And put it with stuff that you want them to have easy access to. Books, coloring, that kind of thing. You can always use those and change them out for when they get older, for like magazine racks and that
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of thing.
sure.
So
Be creative.
Yeah, things that you can use during different times in their life.
Right.
Kids in that toddler to elementary age, they like hiding in corners. You're in
You're
a
right about
little
that.
cubby space. I've seen closets that, people that have done closets that way, so that there's a little corner in there with a little light, that kind of thing. But what about how you arrange the bedroom? Putting the dresser and a bookcase or something so that you carve out a little corner that they can tuck away in. Maybe put those bright pillows and things.
Oh, yes.
Or even a rug if you don't want to do that. But make it a designated area.
Yes.
How about painting one of the sides of not necessarily the dresser, but let's say a storage unit or the side of a
yes.
magazine rack? Use that chalkboard paint.
Oh, yeah.
Think
Yeah.
about that. That helps, give them a creative space, and they can, cabinet doors, that kind of thing. Somewhere, some little space. We do see nowadays with homes that have bonus rooms and that kind of thing.
Yes.
That they'll create a corner in that bonus room for their kids with the chalkboard paint. I even went into one house. They had built a raised stage.
Oh.
So that they could sing karaoke, put on plays,
Really?
that kind of thing. So, think outside the box, think to your child's creativity. But we're also talking about storage. So think about how that storage would
Right.
fit in your in those rooms. Kids always have plenty of games and toys and things like that, and getting them to start to learn to put those things away,
Right.
color coding maybe would help, that kind of thing. So now let's talk about, our kids are getting a little older.
That's right.
We're hitting that tween and teen and
Yes.
age, those ages that they
When
don't
they get messy.
they don't want you in the rooms, that
No.
kind of thing. So this one I thought was a really great idea. They said to take and do a vertical surface, such as a closet door, or, I guess you could do part of a wall, there is a metallic paint primer. But they
That's
said it's
interesting.
about $25 a quart. You put the primer on let's say the back of on the door, and then you paint it whatever color you want over that.
Wow.
So let's say you're doing a pop of color kind of thing, or you go back over with white or whatever your
Right.
trim work is.
Sure.
That door is now metallic. Give them a bunch of magnets. There's tons of magnets out there. We've seen them all over the refrigerators.
Yes.
So we know that there's some unique magnets out there. But they can keep things organized, like they're with kids. You're going to have ball schedules. You're going to have
That's right.
different school activities. Different things like that. Homework schedules, all of that kind of thing. They can put that up there. If they don't want that up there, there's pictures.
Right.
They're collecting pictures
I
and
love
things like
putting
that.
pictures on my refrigerator.
Yeah.
Folks, there is nothing wrong with your refrigerator having things on it. You don't have to have a completely cleaned off refrigerator.
That's
It
right.
is totally acceptable to have things on your refrigerator. As a matter of fact, to me, it looks homey. I mean, to me, it's just homey.
There's a point between homey and over the top.
Yes.
So,
now, I don't want to, you know.
But we did, and I talked about this before, I did have a client that had small children. She
Right.
had the alphabet on her refrigerator.
Oh.
So, you know, they could spell words and that kind of thing. So we
That's
just
neat.
took out and put welcome across the refrigerator so that, you know, it was up above where they couldn't reach it. But that way
Right.
we had those, we utilized those
Right.
letters, and you know, it just gave a quick little message, but the kids still had all their alphabet magnets at the bottom that they could use to
Exactly.
work with. So think about that in your kids' rooms. They can display artworks, like I said, schedules, homework reminders, those kinds of things, or as we said, you know, photos of friends and the pets and that.
Right.
Making a bookcase headboard. Think about that. You know, instead of them just
that's
dropping
neat.
everything on the floor, because we've seen that.
Yes, we have.
So what if you had a headboard that had bookcases on the side or across the back?
That's neat.
You know, so there are some out there. They range $100 to $200 depending on the size of the bed and that kind of thing, or how elaborate you want it.
Right.
So that kind of gives them an area to throw their books, their tablets, those kinds of things. You know, they sit in bed and read, and you know, you don't. You go to make the bed and there's something in the bed. You
Yes.
know.
What is that lump? Golly day, 2 books or a
That's right.
tablet, golly,
That's
or
right.
a phone or a
That's
whatever.
right. You pick up all the sheets and there's the phone stuck in the, you know. So, but how about even a platform bed, that raised bed that gives that storage underneath? And a lot of the furniture stores now are carrying furniture geared towards children to give that extra storage
That's
solutions.
right. It's very popular.
That's right. This one was a unique one, and I've seen it, but you got to be careful with it, and you really want to make sure that it's done right.
Right.
Is what if you along a wall or near one of the is to explore into the wall between the studs.
Oh,
yeah. You've got space there. It's not very large, but finish it off like a small, almost like a medicine cabinet kind of thing.
Yeah, I can envision
you can
that.
envision that. Go in there, especially for a young girl, put those little hooks and rods and things in there for their
Yeah.
jewelry and that kind of thing. Use a mirror to cover it up.
Oh, that's neat.
You know, you close it with
Yeah.
a mirror. They have their space for getting ready.
Right.
You know, so that's a neat idea. Just don't go and open up the wall and throw it up
Yes,
there.
yes.
You know, finish it off, because that's going to be one of those things if you ever sell the house, or make sure that it's easy to refinish it and make it
Yes.
a wall again.
And that's
you know.
always important, isn't it, Kathy? When you're doing things to your house and you know you're planning down the road of
Right.
upsizing or whatever, and you're going to want to, maybe this is your starter house.
That's right.
You have to remember that you want one day to sell that house.
That's right.
So remember
Yeah.
someone else.
That's
you know,
right.
What makes
So
it easier.
Think about it. You know, you want to make sure that it's something that you can undo if it's something that you don't think somebody else is going to
That's
like.
right.
But you never know. You know, somebody else. You know, it was a great starter home for you and your family.
That's
that
exactly
that
right.
might be a unique item for the next family that's looking at the house.
That's right.
How about the loft style beds? My kids had them when they went off to college. You know,
Everybody
there's-
loves those, I
That's
think.
right. You know, they're great. They can range. You know, you can put a desk under it, bookcases, a futon.
Yes.
You know, those kinds of
Yes.
things. But it gets the bed up and gives them more floor space. You can find them anywhere from $150 to $3,000. So you know that comes with the accessories and that kind of thing.
Right.
So think about something that gives you that feature. You
Right.
know, do you need more floor space? You know, as your child gets older. A a rolling caddy. I saw this.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 2 or 3 teens in the house. They're sharing a bathroom, girls and boys. How about your daughter? You give her a rolling caddy. Even the son, he can have one, but doubt that he'll do it.
That's neat. I hadn't thought about that.
They can put their makeup, their toiletries, that kind of thing, jewelry, whatever. They put it in that rolling cart.
Mm-hmm.
They can take it into the bathroom with them, use it, get ready in the morning, and roll it back out and store it in the bedroom, in the closet, or somewhere like that. It's a great idea. My daughter actually has one that she uses as her bedside table.
Oh, wow.
So she has, storage for books that her Kindle, that kind of thing. She has her charging cords all in one and that kind of thing. But she also has then, for Kleenexes and stuff like that,
Right,
that are
sure.
right there. And then when she's cleaning, it moves easily easily out of the way to clean and that kind of thing. But it's a great little thing that, and you can find them in such neat colors.
Oh,
and,
yes.
That gives that room another pop of color, that kind of thing. So those are some of the things that we look at that kind of can help add, a little more storage. Like I said, some things that beyond college and, for us as adults, you can also use some of these things to think, your closet, how can you make more storage in there?
Right.
Underbed storage and some additional storage items in your room. You don't want to overfill your room, but think about unique storage items.
These are great ideas, Kathy. They really are. And even some that I hadn't even thought of. The rolling caddy is a great idea, but just great ideas. It really is. And we all need storage, especially with children. They accumulate. We all accumulate. And storage is always an issue. So be creative with it. And as Kathy said, there's many things you can do. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this segment because I think it was great. Something that we could all listen to and use, especially if your grandchildren, think about it. If your grandchildren have a room at your house, and I'm sure they do, then think about that. Grandparents. This is not just for parents. Grandparents think about it.
That's right.
Anyway, all right. Well, Kathy, thank you again.
Thank you, Sandra.
Always enjoy you coming, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
That's correct.
All right. We'll be right back with you on the Don Bullock Chevrolet Morning Show.